Hello? Ah, there we go. Okay, sweet. Okay, we're live. I'm waiting for the live message to send, so for now I think we're just gonna walk on over. I think that lady's typically selling stuff, but not selling anything right now. Safe over here to walk. Ah ha ha. We go this way. Starts a bunch of cutscenes. I don't really care about these cutscenes, so we'll probably skip the ones that we can, the live action ones. Should skip right through those and be fine. It'd be fine.
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need guidance.
Still waiting till I can skip this. Doop-de-doo. Waiting for the go live. Oh,
Filled with grief over their own
I didn't
death,
realize that I
they
set the mic
refuse to face
to the
their
side a
fate.
lot, so
They yearn to live
should be
on
good there.
and resent those still alive. You see,
I'm adjusting the mic a little bit because I keep seeing it peek into the red, and I don't
and
want
in
it to
time,
do that.
envy
So
turns to anger, even
gotta
hate.
adjust it a little bit between gain and volume. It's a good thing I have this whole mixer over here for no
Should
reason.
these souls
I got more
remain in
mixer than
Spira,
Ninja does in
they become
2022.
fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't
I
it?
still can't believe that.
The sending
got like $10
takes
million
them to the far plane,
for
where they
nothing.
may rest
Ah!
in peace.
Summoners do this?
See there, let's just skip that part of it. Which is actually, it's very nice because I have been exporting the streams to YouTube,
It must be
and
tough.
part of
Being a
that
summoner.
actually resulted in
Yuna chose her own
those
path.
being hit
She
by
knew from
light
the
copyright
beginning what
claims
it meant.
from people that don't even own the rights
All we
to
can
the
do
songs.
is protect her along
Because
the
it
way.
was not Square Enix
Until
that said
the
they
end.
own that content.
Until the end?
But it was actually some
What's the end?
Brazilian YouTube channel. So I got sent to Brazil with the copyright claims.
Until she
Straight
defeats
past go,
sin.
do not collect 200. Just get copyright claimed. I disputed it, of course, because they are not the proper copyright owners. And background music is covered by fair
hope-
use.
I hope I did okay.
So we're 100% fine on that. I'm just waiting for those claims to be
You
let
did
up.
very well.
It's funny because if
They've
those claims
reached the
don't go
far
through,
plane by
then
now, but
all of a
no
sudden,
tears
boom,
next
they have a
time.
chance of just deleting my YouTube
I
channel.
wished there
but-
would never be a next time.
It shouldn't
No
happen.
more
They don't
people
own
being
that
killed by
copyright.
sin. No more
And
sendings
I will
for Yuna.
H3H3 the heck out
Everyone
of them.
stood
I
there
will
watching
go to
her.
court over fair
It
use,
was
I swear.
strange and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
I have to adjust that per sub, but there's that adjusted a bit. There's that adjusted a little bit. Sorry, I'm always adjusting things ever so slightly for these streams. I feel like. There's all those cutscenes out of the way. I've actually had the game open for half an hour. I was just sitting on the dock. That's why I figured it would be good to wait until it fully went through. Because it wouldn't look like I'd gone and done something I wasn't supposed to while I was off stream. No off-stream grinding. No off-stream using non-attacks. LOL. We've been very good about that. Only time it was open off-stream was just me standing on the dock for half an hour.
There you are.
Because I had to call Spectrum because we're moving soon. So, was calling them about getting our internet service switched over.
Go! High Summoner O'Holland used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yep. Lord O'Holland was once a great blitzer, you know.
Live, we're streaming.
Waka,
We had 225 followers overnight.
praying for victories. Oh, good.
We're at 224 after Nicole or COD Zombie
Is
Cringe
this right?
subbed now,
wrong with
or
enjoying
followed,
Blitzball?
sorry. And
this
this
really
morning
the
I
time?
actually
This is the only time.
Clips on 999 ping
Players fight with all
followed
their
as well.
strength.
Thanks
The
for
fans
that.
cheer for their
I don't know if
favorite
he'll be in
team.
here.
They
I'm
forget
trying to
pain,
remember what his
suffering.
actual name is.
Only the
He
game
follows me on
matters.
Twitter, and I think I
That's why
follow him
Blitz
as
has been
well.
around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play.
No
win.
Thumbs Crew.
Right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Okay. So this part actually is gonna end up. Oh, wait. Where we go? It kind of sucks that even with the with the systems they have in this, it kind of still sucks that they don't give you different weapons for your characters that don't necessarily normally get strength boosts, because I could my goal is to turn around and be using people like I don't know, just about anybody pretty much. People like Lulu and Yuna that typically aren't attackers don't get strength plus weapons. And that does kind of stink. That does stink for sure. I doubt we will need speed spheres, but just in case, I'm holding on to those. It does have water ward. I don't think there's anything that attacks with water in here, though, is what gets me. Keep sensor. I don't even honestly think I'll be using Yuna or Lulu hardly at all again through much of the rest of this. I will have to level up Yuna a little bit later on, but the goal is to very, very quickly get Orion and Kamari before leaving the area in Bavel, the Via Parifico. Which, I want to look that up. Hold on.
Whoa!
So the Via Purifico is either Via Purify or Route of Purify or Route of Purification. I don't think it's properly conjugated, but I could be wrong. I'm not an expert in Spanish conjugation, but I think that's interesting. I never really thought about it because it sounds like one of those fake Spanish words. Like when people are being a little bit cringe and saying that something is Spanish by adding an O or an A to the end of it. It's definitely annoying, and I know a lot of people that probably would do stuff like that, so, well, I know of those people, I suppose. I don't personally know them, but still, it is a thing that I know happens, and it's very, very annoying to see. So I was thinking it might have just been like a loose translation, but yeah, it quite literally means either Route of Purify
Yuna's saying
or
she
Purify
wants you
Route
with us.
or Via Purify.
I want
So it's almost
ask
exactly
you
what
to
it
be my
sounds like.
guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, But up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
The best part about my life is that while I stream, I am listening to the Sonic 2 soundtrack. Because that movie made me cry and I love it. The best part about this whole thing, after this tutorial... Wait a minute.
Kimari. What's up? Normally, it's as but when Alonso uses...
Hey!
You can't use auto battle for this? Okay. Forced to lance it. Whatever. Everyone else will still attack. But the world is not over because we were forced to use Lancet. And we're actually not even forced to use his overdrive there. So that's nice. After that, though, we can take Lulu out of the equation. Although she did get a little boost there. We are never forced to use Lulu through this whole game, now that I think about it. Keep her out. We need to level up Kimari, Wakka, and Attack. Once we've got one of them high enough, we might level up a little bit of Yuna, just to have her in a better spot for later. It would be very nice to have her in a spot where we'll be able to properly utilize her skills. Because she is going to be more useful once she's got some attack under her belt. That will be very nice. I actually don't think I need Water Ward on in this area. Might take it off in favor of some other slightly more useful abilities. Okay, I don't even have an option there, but the magic defense overall will help. But I do want to level up a little bit just so that we can take on King Ochu, because we do get quite a bit level-wise from that. But yeah, no, that Lancet situation is another one of those where we're forced to use the abilities, even though we don't want to use them, which does kind of stink. Another part of this is once we're a bit more leveled up, I might take... Wakka is definitely going to go down Orin's path, and then probably Tidus's. The Serum Arm Guard is huge. Keeping poison off our characters is going to be something that really helps in some of these upcoming battles, especially even against King Ochu. Get those from the Bite Bugs, I believe, are the main guys that drop that. Also, the Seed guys, I don't even know if we run into any more of those in here. Do we? No, yeah, we do, because there's a couple of them. Yeah, seeing as we don't have Auron right now, I'm thinking we're going to run Kimari through Auron's tree as well. Basically end up with 2 Aurons. Because they both have piercing, they'll both be good for those situations. I can't really think of any situations where we end up with Kimari and not Auron, but we'll see. It's a possibility. It could happen. Please kill. Okay, sick. Yeah, if I got one more hit tick off poison on attack there, it would have been over for him. See, now Kimari's already caught up to where Yuna was at. Another thing that could make this more challenging if someone does end up watching this and wants to do a similar challenge themselves is maybe only healing at certain points, only healing with Save spheres are no items. Only healing with items is a possibility as well. If you really want to get down and deep into it. Although, I don't know. I feel like that adds like a weird layer to it. Like, I feel like the grinding is enough of it. Like, if you grind enough in most games, you can do something, right? But then with challenges like this and no sphere grid, there is also a layer of strategy. Because without being able to cure negative status effects, that's a huge thing. That can end a run. Is if you get soft locked in a position where you don't have the gear necessary to avoid being petrified or poisoned or put to sleep, or if you don't have enough magic defense. Yeah, there's just a ton that can happen with that. And it's no bueno. No bueno. Not good. Not good at all. Yo, what's up, Kept Jazz fan? Vinny. That's your name on Twitter, I think. Yes, because I did follow you last night, I think. Yeah, Vinny. Hello. How are you? How are you doing? We're in a better spot for grinding, so it shouldn't take nearly as long to get the levels we were trying to get last night. This should just be an easy grind spot. We'll probably spend another little bit here, but I want to have my characters ready for this light boss fight here. It's not even really a boss fight, because that Ochu is not nearly as bad as some of the other enemies that we'll face later on. I think probably the worst thing for this is going to be Marlboros, enemies that cast stone, doing swell. Oh my god, don't bring that back. Oh my god. But yeah, enemies like Marlboros in the Calm Lands, enemies that petrify, confuse, stuff like that. Also gonna need like anti-blindness stuff for what are they called? The Beaconell Desert. That's gonna be another fun bit of gameplay. But yeah, for now we're just gonna be grinding up a minute, because we definitely do need some levels. So we're just using high speed for the comedy. Slow ward. Can anybody even inflict slow over here? I don't think they can. I think poison ward will be better than water ward, although I mean obviously both would be ideal. The next actual like mandatory boss fight I think can use water attacks, but I don't think it doesn't do that a whole lot. I think it's only when you attack the tentacles. See, so now we're poisoned. We got basically a tick going down. Every time I attack, I think it deals 180. So we need to wipe this guy. Yeah, okay, we got him. We're good. But you see, like, one more tick of poison and he would have been dead. If that happens in a boss fight, yeah, no. And we can't even customize until we get Riku. So we definitely need anti-poison gear, and we need it ASAP. We've got poison ward so far. Poison proof would be ideal, but I don't even know if it's possible to get poison proof this early on. Powerball? Oh, is that a strength increase? It is? Good golly. If everybody's already got sensor, I mean. Okay, at least Kamari has it, and anybody I swap Kamari out for. Because I think Kamari is a bit more of a everyman in this challenge a little bit. I mean, same as he is in the base game, of course, but you know, he has less health than Tidus, so yeah, Tick does one side. He's dead. Luckily, with the save sphere so close to the grinding area, we don't have to go back into the town and level more. So that's nice to not have to worry about going all the way for every single time that we get hit by something and need to recover health. We don't have to worry about that. Nice, casual, easy grind spot. Always nice, just relaxing. Yeah, no, I'll show you, because we go down and through here, you can see those orange ticks. That's where Waka has gotten abilities. But we're not actually following his path. What we're going to do is go up here. Go, don't really need that little bit of HP. I don't really think that's a game changer. I mean, I could very well eat my words later on, but I really don't think it is. Obviously, we don't need to go all the way down for Power Break or for Extract Power. But we can go... Even if we just go as far as here, we can grab some HP boost, so maybe I actually will do that. So that's one... Actually, do I want to go... No, that's only one strength. I don't really need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's an extra 600 health. I mean, in total, that's pretty good. Plus, right there. So that's actually... That'll be another 800. So I'll be at 1,400 in 7 sphere levels. Not terrible. And then one more to get back, and then we continue down that path, and we get the boost. But we'll definitely go for that. I think that's a worthy investment. Once Waka is doing just a touch more damage to the bees and overkilling them, that may raise our chances of leveling up faster, as well as I don't think it boosts equipment drops, but it definitely does boost AP, which is nice. Because even dealing 178 there isn't an overkill, which is... It does kind of suck, but, you know, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, see, it is possible to get 2 of these guys. Huh. At least they don't know Seed Burst. Seed Burst would destroy me right now. I would use something like Auto Battle for this, just to not have to tap my fingers over and over again, but for one, I mean, I'd pretty much be doing nothing but going in circles. I at least have one other thing to do. But on top of that, I don't know if Auto Battle makes them use magic attacks. And if it does, then the challenge is lost. So... Technically, there's no reason to increase MP, but otherwise, I'm not using magic spheres, so. Hey, Benawat Sears! Hello! How are you? I have not seen you in forever. I see your tweets, but I don't really see, content-wise, I don't think we've interacted on, like, Twitch or anything recently. Hello, how are you? I don't even know, honestly, if you've been streaming. I haven't been catching them. I feel bad now. I'm sorry about that. Oh, I feel kind of bad. But hello, it has been a while. It's been a hot minute. I haven't streamed as much, don't worry. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm good, I'm good. No, I've been mostly just editing. I'm sure you've seen on Twitter, but I've just been editing for Lex. I've been, actually we're working on moving right now. We're moving in just under 2 weeks, so I'm kind of excited for that. Other than that, nothing much really. We're just focused on moving. I'm trying to stream a little bit more. I'm thinking of turning these into videos. I'm kind of excited for that as well. Oh, hey, Poison Touch, let's go. I saw your editor reel. Yeah. I whipped that together real quick just in case. I know it's easier to look at for most people to look at like a video, like a bit of media that shows it off a little bit, as opposed to a full portfolio. For some people, they can't even sit long enough and watch like a full YouTube video, so I figured an editor reel would be a lot more helpful in a scenario like that. I figured that would help a little bit more people find it. Especially the way that Twitter promotes videos on its own platform that are posted to it, as opposed to videos that are linked from other websites. Because I know Twitter has a thing about not really liking links as much, which is understandable. You don't really want to funnel traffic to another website. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, don't suppress that kind of content. Because in that case, then you end up not really getting to see as much content as you would have saw otherwise. It kind of sucks in those instances. How does he have more overdrive modes? That's crazy. But yeah, no. I know Twitter suppresses links a little bit, so I thought it'd be better to have that as its own separate tweet that people can go and check out, as opposed to a link that's going to get suppressed even if I pin it, you know? So I've got the portfolio pinned so anybody sees it when they visit my profile, because believe it or not, like looking at my Twitter analytics, I get a ton, poison word, let's go. I get a ton of profile visits. I have no idea why, but I do. So it definitely helps to have that right on my profile where everybody can see it. I also have it added to my Linktree, or whatever I'm using right now for a Linktree. Can't remember what it's called, but I have it linked as my link on my profile with like my YouTube, Twitch, etc. But my portfolio is the number one, because the number one thing for me is looking for work and looking for people to edit for. And then secondary is my own content right now. Because, I mean, it's a bit more on the back burner. It's a bit more relaxed, loose. I'm not, like, videos every day like Lex is. Because, I mean, Lex is just a content machine and can afford to have editors and everything. Obviously. We need a link trees. I have Sears on all social. That's fair, yeah. It'd be nice to have that kind of recognition, but I can't get Vil on Twitch. I can't get Vil on Twitter. Somebody already has that at. I can't get, I can get Vil on YouTube because you can have any YouTube name. I want to get it verified, of course, but you need like 100,000 subscribers. If Vil on Twitch isn't active, if I become a partner, I might look into that, actually, now that I think about it. Because it would be very nice to have the, all the ats on all the platforms so that I don't even have to worry about it, but I mean, the Linktree does its job. Not to mention, I mean, I don't know how I was lucky enough to have that, but I'm not complaining. It helps to have, like, the numbers in there. It really does. Like, if my @ on Twitter was, like, if I was able to do it without numbers, I'd be happy. But, like, if you do have the numbers, then there's no harm in that because, I mean, yeah. Captain Jazz Fan 01 is never taken. Oh, my God. Of course it's not. How many people are the captain of being Jazz fans that were also born in the year 2001? I'm guessing that's why it's 01, but I mean, I could be wrong on that. But yeah, that's what it sounds like, so I mean. I never wanted to put my birth year in that, because, like, there's a lot of people that will try to guess, like, your passwords and stuff and, like, your pins. And if I ever did have one set as 2001, because that was the year I was born, then it would just end up being, like, a whole thing where people are trying to guess, like, your pins on a website or something. Because now websites have, like, all that security, you know? So it's like, you got to enter a password, a PIN. You got to enter from the same IP, the same device. Trust this device for 30 days. Enter from your authenticator. Enter from your everything, you know? I'm the #1 fan of Captain Jazz Band. That's all. Oh, my God. Captain Jazz Band. What is that? I was thinking, like, the Jazz. Like, the Utah Jazz. Like, the basketball team. I wasn't thinking Captain Jazz Band. I don't even know what that is. And I know jazz. Believe me. Like B-movie and everything. I like jazz. I used to listen to a lot of jazz just casually. I haven't recently. I've not been listening to nearly as many instrumentals, but I used to listen to a lot of jazz music. I've still got Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald on some of my playlists. Greatest band of all time. I'll take your word for it. My opinion, the greatest band of all time is Green Day because they made my favorite album of all time. 21st Century Breakdown, which has been my favorite album since 2013. The album came out in 2009, and it's been my favorite since 2013 when I heard it. False advertising, they're not a jazz band. Oh my god, what kind of band are they then? You'd think that'd be jazz. Then again, I mean, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is not a lizard, a wizard, or the king of anything, and he is not a gizzard. He is not neck fat. So, I mean, unless there's something they're not telling us, which is always a possibility. But yeah, no, if you haven't heard it, 21st Century Breakdown by Green Day is my favorite album of all time. Still to this day, and it has been since the first time I heard it. It's been a close call onto what's next for a favorite album, but the closest I think it would get is either Nectar by Joji or After Hours by The Weeknd is a very good album. Although my favorite song of all time is Jesus of Suburbia by Green Day. Absolute banger. I know every word to that 9-minute and 10-second song. So, that's nice. Yes, Joji. I love Joji. I keep finding accounts that post unreleased Joji music, like Chloe Burbank, and some unreleased songs from Nectar, some stuff that was considered for a Ballads 2 album, because they never ended up releasing a Ballads 2 album. So there were songs considered for that album that were uploaded to his SoundCloud, and I have found people that post them on YouTube, or not YouTube, Spotify, except they keep getting taken down. They end up, there's actually one that got taken down recently that was in my top, my on repeat playlist that Spotify makes for you. It was on that, and it's gone now, so I don't have access to that anymore, because it got taken down, because obviously they don't own the rights to that song. Only Joji can post that, or 88 Rising, or whoever owns the rights. I think it's Universal that owns the rights to Joji's distribution in the United States. So actually it might exist in other countries. I could be wrong about that, but it very well could. I wouldn't be shocked, because other countries have different distributions. Which is really crazy. It's the same way it works, like how certain shows are on Netflix in the UK and in like Turkey and all kinds of other countries. Need to get Ballads 1 vinyl. I got Nectar at the minute. Oh, that's awesome. I personally never saw the appeal of vinyl. I don't know. I don't notice sound quality that much though. I focus more on like, I don't know. I like music as like face value. I've never really been like a vinyl person, or like I guess a quality purist would probably be a good term for that. I've never really been like nuts about that, I guess. But that is just me. I could be very well missing out, I suppose, but I mean, there are less expensive purchases to be made that will still help me with music, such as Spotify Premium. Also, having fast internet speeds for streaming and high-quality downloads on Spotify take up a lot of space on my phone. I have like a 64 gigabyte phone, and I've got almost all of them used up. Because I've got a Final Fantasy game on there that I play. It's more of a time waster when I'm just like trying to stay awake. It puts me to sleep, but like it keeps me awake while I'm playing it, and then instantly I'm out right after, but still. It's the Dissidia game they have. Pretty fun. Love vinyls, they're such a pain, I'm addicted. That's fair. That's fair. I know a lot of people that really get deep into it, where they want to order every vinyl, and when like somebody releases new music, a lot, like really commonly in the last 2 years with the big C word, well, the second biggest C word in history, you know, there've been a lot of people that are going for vinyls, and people started collecting vinyls over the course of the pandemic. And they start having shortages during 2020, along with the chip shortages. I feel like there was also like a vinyl shortage, but I could be wrong about that. Because I follow some people that are vinyl heads on Twitter, and I saw a lot of tweets about vinyls being out of stock, When people release new music, they end up announcing that there'll be vinyls for it and all that stuff, and then they end up being like a limited release or like a pre-release bonus or a pre-order bonus. You got to special order them. I know some people that end up getting them, they get destroyed in the mail because people don't take care of it in the mail. They'll put fragile on there. They won't treat it as fragile, and it's ridiculous. Like, that's got to suck for when you order a vinyl and it shows up crushed like a $2 pizza. Like, it's like someone microwaved a pizza and it just got destroyed. And that's got to suck. Oh, Water Strike. That would be good if we weren't facing those guys. Those guys. Another serum ring. Let's go. Care if it reduces HP. Oh, I don't care. Plus, this way, if she gets confused now and hits herself, she might not poison herself. So we're good there. As long as we still have a couple people with sensor, I'm fine. That Water Strike may come in handy later. Especially on the Thunder Plains. I don't think anybody absorbs water there. Yeah, no, there are a lot of people when they do no sphere grid runs, which is just insane to me, but that's one of the things they farm for, is very specifically the strike gear. And they'll go through and they'll use the abilities they have, and they'll swap weapons in battle. I don't plan to do any of that. I plan to only use the attack command and be prepared for those battles with the equipment prior to battle without having to swap it, hopefully. I may have to reevaluate that if I run into an impassable roadblock, but I don't think I will. I think there's a chance that I avoid status effects, all of it. I think with luck, I won't have to do that. I didn't get the appeal of vinyls at first, but I thought of it as you enjoy an album so much you would want a copy to physically have. That's fair, but that's why I buy CDs. I have a lot of CDs. Dad did have a record player because he was a record guy, but it doesn't work, so I'd like to listen to them, but I'm not fussed. I enjoy them aesthetically. Yeah, they're nice to put up on walls, I've noticed, or like have on like a little display. Kind of like my fiance collects Squishmallows, and we have all those on display. So yeah, that's always nice. No, I know a lot of people that do end up hanging up their vinyls because, I mean, maybe they don't have a record player or something, but it seems to be older people that do that. When their record players break, they start hanging them up. Some albums look better on CD instead of vinyl, so it's whatever you prefer. Yeah, a lot of vinyls just have a little bit of the art around the center. Similar to like, what am I trying to say? Game discs. On the opposite side, they have like that seal, and that's pretty much where the art is on a lot of vinyls that I've noticed. I mean, the aesthetic is nice. I like how they look, like big old discs. And it's crazy technology, but I mean, yeah, a lot of them don't have like the art on it because it'll get scratched, obviously. So it ends up being like a whole thing with that. I have a collection of thrifted vinyls, and they're just random Beethoven disco. Oh my god. I love that. I love that for you. At one point, I went garage sailing. Actually, while I was in driver's ed, we went to a yard sale because we drove by it, and one of the lady that was doing it was like, "Oh, let's stop there. Do you guys have money?" And so like we stopped there because they told us to bring money in case we stopped for lunch during driver's ed. And we stopped and just went garage sailing for a little bit, and I got like a whole bag of old CDs, old jazz. I got some Spyrogyra CDs. I got Louis Armstrong. I got some cassettes of Herbie Hancock. Yeah, just a bunch of like random CDs and cassettes, because like the car I used to drive had a cassette player. If I really wanted to, I could get like actually I think my car now has a cassette player built in, and then it's got like a CD player as well. Which I do have a full case of CDs. I keep them in a, what's it called? One of those the cases, the CD cases. But I also have like a display in my room with all of the albums I have. Because other than Pretty Odd, I own every Panic at the Disco album. Because I bought them before Brendan Urie was a giant piece of garbage. And I also have what is it? I think I own American Idiot. Actually, I think I own American Idiot and 21st Century Breakdown. I think those are the only two Green Day CDs I own. I have Tame Impala, The Currents, good album. Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick. Yeah. Call Me If You Get Lost. I didn't really like that one as much, but that's fair. I know a lot of people did. Sorry, hold on. I'm focused on the battle right now. Earl Sweatshirt, Doris. I haven't heard it. Juice WRLD, Goodbye and Good Riddance. I know. I've heard that's a really good album. I never really was a Juice fan, to be honest with you. Just wasn't my cup of tea, but I guess my cup of juice. I'm gonna complete narration of Pinocchio on vinyl. Like, who is that for? It's so you can listen to it and hear the epic new voice of Pinocchio. The peak of masculinity. Father, when can I leave to go out on my own? Because they made Pinocchio a twink. We stand. They're putting fluoride in the water to turn the Pinocchios gay. Father, when am I gonna be a real boy? I cannot believe they yassified Pinocchio. Ridiculous. This the Disney versus the state of Florida is ramping up by making Pinocchio a renowned homosexual. It's insane. Give me just a second. Homokio. Oh my god. This guy that tweeted it. I need to go find something. The next one I want is To Pimp a Butterfly, After Hours in the Slow Rush. I've not really heard as much of Kendrick, but I know that's widely considered to be like his best album. After Hours, amazing album. I'd consider it like top 5 of all time that I've listened to. One of my favorites. And Slow Rush is amazing as well. I'd say I'm about 50-50 on Tame Impala. I either love their songs or I just don't really mess with it, I guess. Sorry, I'm trying to find an image to reply with. Actually, I do need to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. I'm going to put up the little display for that. If you guys want to come back maybe in 5 minutes or something, or if you just want to stick around, that's up to you. Just listen to the aesthetic here, and I will be right back. Sorry guys. Here be. Streamer died. Rip. Streamer died, lol. Oh, sorry, I have to check. Streamer resurrected, exactly. On the third day. He's back. Oh, I clicked on the wrong person? Oh my god. Boom. Jesus be like, I'm back, lol. What'd I miss? Where are we dropping? Okay, so there's the last little bit I wanted to do for Kimahri right there. Then we can start moving him back over here. And he'll be on Auron's path then. Probably go until he gets the first attack boost. That'll be good. We'll make sure that Yuna and Lulu both get some reps in for the Ochu fight. But after Kimahri has that strength boost, we'll probably smack in Yuna. What are we all doing today? How are we? I've already been live an hour. That's crazy. Watching Valorant stream as well. Oh, okay. Is it like an official like Valorant contest, or is it just somebody else's Valorant stream? I don't really follow competitive Valorant, so I don't know if there's a competitive thing going on today or not. Yeah, is it competitive or? Of the clips I see clips on Twitter of competitive Valorant, and it looks so crazy. I can't even like understand it. That's nuts. Luminosity versus Sentinels. Ooh. Do my schoolwork like a responsible pupil. Gross. Insane. For Sentinels, is Sinatra a pro player for them? Like, is he playing on their official Valorant team? Because if so, Luminosity all the way. That is all I have to say about that. No, thank God. Okay. Then I don't care as much about who wins. I'm sure it's a good game, but as long as Sinatra is not playing for them on a professional level, I'm good. He's probably rusty after his 6-month ban. Should have been lifetime. But that's just me. That's just me. I can't see Sinatra bringing a whole lot of people to that game anyway. I think he would have fell off if it hadn't become such a big news deal. I don't know why people have to elevate abusive people, but you know, whatever. Disgusting human being, and I absolutely hope he burns in hell. It's a decider match. It's 1-1. Oh, okay, sick. The only problem I have, like, with Valorant is how long the game takes to play. Like, if I'm having a bad game, I'm stuck in it for, like, an hour. That's the only problem I have with it. That, and the fact that a lot of people are already good at it from CSGO. So, like, I feel like it'd be kind of hard for me to try to catch up. You know what I mean? I was exactly like that, yeah. Like, I feel like it wouldn't... It would be hard to catch up. It'd be hard to get into it. Like, if I have something happen, like, over the course of that hour, it's not like I can pause it or leave or something. Because then I get punished for it, especially if I ever wanted to play ranked mode. Like, I would rather just take a penalty for leaving and then be able to matchmake when I get back from whatever's, like, going on than be punished permanently for it, as well as end up in a situation where I can't load into another match for 45 minutes. Not to mention their anti-cheat is way too intrusive. Yeah, you have to know how free you are, yeah. Well, even in, like, other situations, like, I know their ideal market is probably not people with kids or animals or whatever, but at the same time, I mean, it's like, as soon as you have a kid, all of a sudden you can't play Valorant anymore, like, rip. Unless you're like, oh, hey, to your partner, like, oh, do you want to watch, do you want to, like, be on the lookout for our kid crying, because I need to go play my ranked placements or something. Like, new act, gotta hop on Valorant, like, with the boys. You wanna make sure our kid isn't screaming, lol? Like, you wanna make sure the baby is okay so I can do my ranked placements with the boys? You know, like, hiring a babysitter so you can play Valorant. Like, that's the single father Valorant experience. No, I definitely want to get, like, into games like that, and I might be able to after I move, but I don't know. I feel like it's a really steep learning curve. Like, I feel like once you get decent at it, you're decent at it. But, like, it's one of those, like, easy to pick up, hard to master. Where are you moving to? Across the parking lot. I'm not even moving a block away. I'm in the same apartment complex. We're just getting our own apartment without roommates, basically. Because, like, we have 4 people in a 2-bedroom apartment right now. So one of our roommates is sleeping, like, in the living room. He doesn't even have a bedroom. So he sleeps, like, on the couch. So when we leave, he's going to get his own bedroom. And then I'm also going to have a room for streaming. We'll have, like, that room is also going to be for, like, our computers and desks and stuff. I'm even borrowing, like, my dad's truck when I move. I had to call Spectrum, our internet provider, and make sure that, like, we have, like, it set up where I can just move over our equipment and it'll be, like, working when we plug it in and everything. So that's all set up. That's great. There's no fees or anything with it. We just have to pay first month rent. Which is a chunk of change, but still, I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, I suppose. Oh, so yeah, it is nice. I'm excited. I woke up kind of early today. Compared to what I normally wake up at. Still need poison proof for more people. Rings. I'm getting so many rings and nothing else. Whack. But yeah, no, I'm borrowing my dad's truck so we can move our stuff across the parking lot, like our heavy stuff. Like, my desk is huge, and I don't want to have to take it apart because I don't want to lose any of the parts for it. So this way we can just stick it in the bed of the truck. And then we can also use the back seat to move, like, bags of clothes. I'm thinking about seeing if we can go get some boxes. And go use those to move some of, like, our valuable type stuff, you know. Yeah, there's a lot that we need to move. We do own a lot of stuff. I mean, not even all of Dane's stuff since they moved in a year and a half ago has been unpacked yet, so it'd be kind of nice to be able to unpack all that and have all that space for it. My dad was actually recommending, because we're leaving the couch behind because Eric needs somewhere to sleep, of course, and it's expensive to get a mattress. So we're actually probably going to leave behind our couch for him. Or we are leaving behind our couch for him. My dad was recommending we should get bean bags and just have those for our living room. Because he said, well, because when he graduated, well, when he left high school, like when he was like a teenager, he actually lived in the same apartment complexes that we're living in now. And he and his friends lived in an apartment. And in the living room, they just had, like, a bunch of beanbags along the wall and, like, a little box TV. I don't even know if he had a TV, actually, now that I think about it. I don't even know if he could afford one, because I know he told me he slept on the floor, no mattress, just raw dogging it, with a blanket. And that's why it's hard for him to sleep in, like, a nice bed now, is because he's so used to sleeping on the floor with, like, just a thin blanket. So, like... yeah, I don't know. I feel like now, that's kind of funny, just thinking about that. But beanbags is a good idea. Also thinking, like, folding chairs or, like, lawn chairs or something, you know, just have those in the living room set up. Like, have you ever seen Big Bang Theory, like, where they show Sheldon before, Leonard moved in, before he had any furniture? He just had 2 lawn chairs and, like, a Nintendo setup. So that could just be our setup in the living room, is, like, the PlayStation and 2 lawn chairs, like a little table for drinks, like a 24 pack of water just on its side, you know, so you can get the waters out, like they're all in the stack. And then yeah, just like a table, TV on the floor, no stand or anything, just living the natural life. Like those tweets that blow up, like the men will live like this and they have absolutely no problem with it. Like, yeah, they don't, because they're comfy, they're happy, and they don't, like, not everybody, men, women, and everything in between, not everybody gets satisfaction from having a bunch of material nonsense. I think a lot of people on Twitter don't get that. Like, oh, if my living room doesn't have a Balenciaga couch, like, you don't need the latest Gucci phone to be happy. You don't need the iPhone 15 when it comes out. You don't need that stuff to be happy. Some people think they do. They do not. Some people do genuinely get happy from making big purchases and having material goods, and that is fair. I'm on an iPhone 8 still. I'm on an iPhone SE. So it's basically like the iPhone, like one of the mini mainline iPhones, basically. It's like the size of it, but it's got like a bunch of different parts of like other phones. It's got like the same camera as the 8. Or is it the 8? I don't know. It's got one of the other phone's cameras, different phone's processor. It's like a Frankenstein phone. It's like they took spare parts they had from other iPhones and were like, hey, let's make a phone out of this. LOL. So it's kind of it's funny, but yeah, I mean it's a nice phone. It does what it's supposed to do, you know. Like I can make calls, I can watch videos. Like nobody needs a bunch of nonsense. There's some people that have they genuinely are happier owning the latest thing, and it's crazy to me. Like I understand it, it's a real thing. The same way gift giving is a love language. Like gift giving or acts of service, like part of like love languages, right? Understand that. But love is not the same as happiness. I mean, they go hand in hand, but the way you show love and give gifts to people will make them happy because they feel loved. But at the same time, by yourself, like, you shouldn't base all your happiness on what you own. Like, there's no reason for all that. My iPhone 6s Plus and going from that to an 8 was weird because 8 was so smaller. Yeah. Because for a minute there, the iPhones were getting smaller and smaller because people were complaining about how big they were for their pockets. And also, they made the cases so much bulkier, so you're carrying around a brick everywhere. It was like being in the 90s again, where you had, like, the phone in your car, like the American Psycho phone. But then, yeah, like, people were getting mad about how big their phones were. That was, like, a common complaint. Now they're like, oh, my phone's too small. So now that they're making, like, thinner cases, all of a sudden it's not a problem. Like, okay, makes sense, I guess. Like, if your phone's not as big, then I guess you have less to worry about. But, like, nobody needs, like, the iPhone 13 Plus. Is that what it is? iPhone 13s or whatever? Like, that's, like, I think a 7.5-inch phone. Unlike, there are older iPhones that are bigger than that. And so, like, now that they're getting back into the bigger phones, you're basically just getting the same thing with a better camera. I don't know, like, I feel like if they weren't slowing down the older phones, then so many more people would have those older phones because they want a big phone, and, like, it allows you to have more of a choice. Like, if you want a big phone, that's fine. If you want a phone with a nice camera, that's fine, right? But do you need all of it in one package? Like, if I could get, like, an iPhone 6, everything is the same as the iPhone, like, 6, or even, like, a 5C. Those were sick. A 5C, and have that with, like, one of the newer cameras. Like, that's going to be the next big phone thing that blows up. Like, I'm calling it now. Is that instead of selling you a full phone, they're going to sell it like Legos. Where you can go and swap out the processor on it. You can swap out the RAM, the memory, like with a micro SD card. You can swap out all of it. You'll be able to change out the camera. They'll release a new camera and sell it back to you for about between $100 and $200. It costs way less than that to make the cameras. But they're still going to do that. And that's an amazing business policy because then you can make your own phone. It's like, oh, what phone do you have? It's like, well, I don't exactly have one phone. I have, like, imagine if you could take, like, the camera of, like, a Google Pixel. Those have amazing cameras. You take that with, like, the 8K processing, and you've got, like, 240 FPS recording. And you can take that with, like, a 240 refresh rate screen from, like, the new Samsungs. And you combine that with, like, the LCD material of the front of, like, the newer iPhones. Like, that's going to be the next big thing in phones. Because right now, all they're doing is getting just slightly better every year for a huge amount of money. But what they're going to end up doing is they're going to realize that they make more money from having the parts, and customers are happier with that. Because they're able to get the exact thing they want. If you don't want to spend all that money on a 4K camera, or, like, one that takes, like, the beautiful pictures at, like, 32 megapixels or whatever they're at now, then you don't have to. You can have, like, a 2 megapixel camera with, like, the processor of, like, an Intel i5. Like, that's going to be the next thing. And whoever gets on top of it first is going to be winning the phone wars for a minute until all the other companies catch up. Eventually, Apple's going to be doing it. Samsung's going to be doing it. LG's going to be doing it. Those individual companies that produce their own phones, like Google, Spectrum, all those guys are going to be doing it. But until then, I mean, phones are just going to get worse and worse. People are just going to want to stick with what they have. And you will still get the people that upgrade every year, but they're going to see, like, the law of diminishing returns is real. Like, I would rather have, like, a slow phone like mine where I'm happy with it. Like, it's supposed to start slowing down this year or next year. I'm like, that's fine. I don't really care about that because I can still do what I need to do on there. I can still watch videos. I can still go on Twitter. I can still get the newest iOS, whatever, right? But as soon as they start having it where you've got these better parts and they've got it where they're selling those individual parts, it's going to be so much better for everybody involved. Because those companies are going to make more money. They're going to be doing, like, being more efficient with their parts. Then all of a sudden you're not slapping like the same old nonsense on every single phone. Like when you upgrade a phone now, you're not even upgrading the whole phone because you're pretty much still getting the same processor that the last version of that phone had. You're not getting like you might be getting like a slightly better camera or a slightly better like processor or like a slightly better screen or a slightly bigger screen. Well, that processor can still support a bigger screen. So why not just swap out the screen? Why not that be the only thing that you need to swap out? It doesn't make any sense. So once phone companies get on top of that and they basically turn phones into Legos, it's going to make so much more sense. Like, I'm calling it now. I'm like predicting that. That would be the biggest thing for phones. It might never come to pass. That might never happen in our lifetimes. And that's fine. But they're missing out on something huge. Because that would be amazing for everybody. They'd be making more money. Consumers would be spending their money better. You'd still get all the people that want to buy all the newest parts when they come out. Like, as soon as they can upgrade their processor, instead of waiting for the yearly release or the biannual release or whatever they're up to now, where, like, the new iPhone comes out every 2 years now or whatever, like, whatever they end up doing with it, it's going to end up being like, okay, when they release a new part, and say they've got this new part tested and ready, they've got all the updates ready for it, they've got, like, the beta testing done. Once that's all happening and done, if they've got it, say, March, you never have, like, an iPhone drop in March as far as I'm aware, unless it's, like, a one-off thing. But, because they typically drop in the fall. Right, well, instead of that, in March, if they've got that new processor, people are still going to rush and get that new processor. If people don't want to upgrade, they don't feel pressured to upgrade. And that's going to keep people coming back to your business. It's also going to keep you hiring people. Because you're always going to need people that know what they're doing with the new parts. It's going to keep you constantly training people. It's going to keep the trainers in business, the managers managing. It's going to keep everybody happy. And the fact that it hasn't happened so far is baffling to me. It really makes me wonder, like, at the forefront of these companies, I don't think we're seeing as many big, knowledgeable people in it. And the fact that we're leaning more into trusts and monopolies, like, as a society, kind of drives me crazy. Because I know that it's going to end up being this huge thing where these companies are just running the same product into the ground with no innovation. Like, ever since Steve Jobs died with Apple, like, fly high, but when he died, a lot of the innovations died with him. Because the Apple Pen was already in development. The Apple Watch was already in development, like wearable technology for stuff like that was already in development under Steve Jobs. And now you've got people that couldn't even scratch Steve Jobs' back when it comes to that stuff. They wouldn't be able to tell you what people are looking for out of their phones or what they're looking for out of anything. If there are people that are thinking of those ideas like I'm telling you guys about right now that I think are good ideas, by all means, they should definitely go for it. But I doubt they're going to, because I feel like it's become such a corporate thing where there's no need to innovate if you're still making that money every year. But everyone's going to suffer overall. And other than inflation, there is no reason that these companies are still making more money every year. It's only inflation. It's insane. There's my nonsense phone rant for the day. It's crazy. I'm going to stick with the phone I have probably for a while. One, because I don't really need to upgrade, and two, because I can't really afford to upgrade it right now. I mean, if I wanted to, yes, I could go upgrade it, but it's like I have better things to be focused on right now. With how much non-stop talking I just did, my jaw actually kind of hurts, I'm not going to lie. I know that was a lot to process, and not all of it is probably going to stick, but it is still there. I've done my job. Educating the masses. One thing I wish they had in this game was that when you get, like, I get this ring with Dark Ward. I think with the customized system, you should be able to break down that ring and get the items that make up Dark Ward from it. I think that'd be really cool. PC phone, that's all I need to know. Exactly. Even not PC phone might be a little bit complicated even then, because a lot of people don't know that building a PC is like big Legos. Like I would think of it more so as like Lego phones, you know? And that might make it like seem childish, but like that is one of the number one things I can think of where you're putting parts together to reach that, you know? It wouldn't be as complicated because it'd just be like connect two things, all of a sudden your phone's got a processor. Connect two things, all of a sudden your phone's got a camera. The only problems I could see coming with it are if your phone doesn't fit your case or something. But like the same thing with like a PC in that case where it's like, oh, you can get a bigger case for your PC, you know? Like that's not really something you have to worry about with PC parts. You can just get a bigger case. You can get a bigger motherboard. You can get like, I can get the exact same motherboard I have now, which is like a Gigabyte DS3H, blah, 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 B450M. Words. Big old long nonsense name. Like you can just get like a bigger version of exactly what that is. And obviously within the same company, the parts would be compatible. Like there might be something that's incompatible after it's been like years and years and years and years and years. Like the camera that would come out for, say if they had this system in place right now, brand new camera comes out for iPhones, and that camera probably would not be compatible with the processor from like the iPhone 6 if it had been on that system. I mean, it would be nice, but you know. And also for like all the old people that still buy iPhones and stuff, I mean, they could very easily still have them like pre-built the same way they have PCs pre-built. In that case, it would go with the PC thing. Because you'd still be able to go and be like, oh, I don't want to build my own phone. And like that's perfectly understandable. Like that is a lot of work. So it could just be like, oh, I want to go in and just have my phone be built for me. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be like oh, I'm gonna get all the parts for my phone. I'm gonna get the newest camera and the newest processor. Like if my grandma goes into the store and says, I want the iPhone 15, then she can go in and get the dang iPhone 15. Like she doesn't have to worry about all that. She's not gonna worry about like where she's gonna get the parts, how she's gonna put them together. She's not gonna have to call me and be like, hey Taven, I don't know how to put together my iPhone 15, you know? Like she'll just be able to go get her iPhone 15 at the store. And that'll be it, and it'll be fine. You know, like it doesn't have to be as complicated as I'm making it out to be. But I know I'm overcomplicating it a bit right now, but it's because it is a very complex idea. Sometimes I literally just sit awake and think about stuff like that, like ways that could be improved. And there's a lot of systems where you can do that, where you can put the power of designing the technology and like the power of choice in the hands of people that want to use it. Like, so many people I know would be so happy to be able to build their own phone. And like, that's something that is like, would definitely be its own market. As well, you'd still have the people that are dedicated to building phones like there are, but it also would allow those companies to maybe even only rely on the companies they have in the country they're based in. Because there is a lot of phone building plants. You know, like they're all in other countries. They're in like China and Indonesia, India, like all kinds of other companies where they're outsourcing labor. And if they really want to bolster like their own country's systems, it'd be pretty dang easy to get them all over on American soil or Canadian soil, or if they're based out of Mexico, they're based out of the UK, if they're based out of like any country in Europe, if they want to still do it in Asia, like go ahead. There are Chinese like phone manufacturers. I'm sure there are phone manufacturers in Indonesia. I'm sure all of the countries I've listed so far have their own phone manufacturing companies. It would be absolutely amazing if those countries had their own phone manufacturing. It'd be cool if they used that idea. If there are any Indonesian phone gurus in my chat, like be sure to like you can use this idea. I do not have this idea for just myself. Like even if I were to make, like you say, start my own phone manufacturing company, even if I were to do that, I would just be the guy that's starting it. I wouldn't be the person going, and I'm not going to patent, like, the idea that only I own the ability to, like, have a Lego phone. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be the only person that is selling people parts wholesale to be able to build their own phones. I would never want that. Like, I would rather people have, like, everybody has the ability to have those parts. An Indonesian Lego phone. I mean, I'm not even, like, super well versed in phones, so I really couldn't tell you if there are places that have setups like that now. There could very well be something in the works like that at a company. There could be issues with it that I've not thought of. I would not be shocked. There could be a lot of people that are trying that in different ways, because I think it's an amazing idea. And there could be a lot of people looking into it, and they could be trying to find ways to make it work. I wouldn't know, because I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? It would be very cool, yes, but I have no idea. Like, I'm not in touch with Tim Cook at Apple. I don't know what Tim's working on. I have no idea what Tim Cook has going on. Like, I could be wrong, but maybe he's working on this. Maybe maybe whoever's in charge of Samsung is working on that right now. Maybe LG is working on it. Like, I don't know. It's a good idea, in my opinion. Like, I really think that would help a lot of people. But I understand if, you know, they're not working on it, because maybe I'm the first person that's thought of it. Maybe I'm the first person that's said it out loud. Maybe I'm the first person who's thought of everything I said so far, you know? Could be the case. And I'd have no idea. Oh, I'm already down to drain? Oh, I suppose that'll happen when you spend an hour and 24 minutes grinding in the Kilika Woods. Once I've got Yuna close to where Kamari's at, I think that is when we will go for this next fight. Actually, why not? Why don't I just go for it now? I'll make a save just in case something happens in this fight, but I think everybody's got poison-proof gear. So let us go give that a try.
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
Okay. Attack, of course. Attack, see if I could... Oh, he's immune to poison. Sick. Okay. He already poisoned my main guy. My main guy's dead. Rip. Rest in peace. Okay, he does use water. I like having the poison proof better, though, personally. One day we'll be taking our kids to the iPad Build-A-Bear. Precisely. That is the dream I have for this nation's children. To go to the iPad Build-A-Bear. Picks up, uses Earthquake. Okay, I really don't want anybody to die here, but... we may just be slightly under-leveled. And that would stink. Stink a lot. I'll take it out of full speed mode. I just realized we were still in that. I'm trying not to use that for essential battles. I meant to swap Waka out, and I didn't. That was a mistake. Luckily, these two have high evasion. Chat, this may be an L. If he attacks again, he dies. So that's lit. I really could have used a critical there. And she's poisoned too. Dead. You only get one shot. What? I have never seen that happen once in my life. What? There was no way I won that, though, unless I was slightly more poison-proof, but even then, that's a rip. We're up to 4 game overs, boys. God dang it. That is nonsense. I won that fight. If he hadn't died to poison, we'd be fine. Or if he'd had a little bit more HP, we'd be fine. That's ridiculous. It's whatever, though. I understand. We are going to have to grind a little bit more then. Because apparently Poison Ward on all our characters is not enough. We also need Poison-Proof Armlet, Poison-Proof Bangle. It's the only way I can see this working. A little bit more strength, a little bit more luck. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. It sucks, but it makes sense. So even after an hour and a half of grinding, just in case anybody thought it was unnecessary, it definitely is necessary. 100% without a doubt necessary. Which is a shame. I think my goal before I leave this area is to have Yuna dealing at least 100 damage. I think that would be nice. Not even to that, because the Elemental has really high defense. It's made to be hit with magic. That's why they're a little bit more frustrating and challenges like this. Is because they are very, very high physical defense, but they're made to be hit with the element they're weak to. Even if you have a weapon with piercing, it still doesn't clip through armor, which definitely sucks. That's another thing Auron's going to be beautiful for, is until we have Customize and a bunch of level 1 key spheres, or I think it's level 2 key spheres, until then, it is very difficult to take out enemies with armor, so we'll have to use Auron or Kimahri for those. Which Pokemon game is this? Shut up. Every Final Fantasy, or every JRPG for that matter, pretty much, has elements to it. There are a few that actually have like a bunch of elements. Final Fantasy 12 and 9 both, I know for sure, have 8 elements. I'm pretty sure. Because they have the classic fire, ice, water, thunder. And then they also have earth, air, light, dark. There could be more. Not sure. And then 12 kind of toned it down. There's a lot less of the, a lot less of that earth and air than there is in 9. It's kind of funny because in 9 your black mage doesn't even get earth magic as far as I'm aware. Only your blue mage gets earth magic. I know, kind of weird. Another poison ward. And another ball that does absolutely nothing. Sick. I know, like, most people associate elements with Pokemon, but Final Fantasy actually came out before Pokemon. Because the first Final Fantasy came out in 1989, and the first Pokemon game came out in 1996. So, Final Fantasy actually beat Pokemon by 7 years to the existence ballpark. That's kind of interesting, I think. Personally. Kind Kind of funny because after the stream from yesterday, because it divided into 3 parts, because I ended real quick to get quality options, and then I ended real quick to get quality options, and then the internet went out for half a minute, or it disconnected, so I had to go back and set that back up. Plagiarism. No. The people that copyrighted it don't even own. It was like some Brazilian YouTube channel. They don't even own the music. It's Square Enix that owns the music. Like, it should have been Square Enix America if anybody was going to claim it, and then I wouldn't dispute it. But those people in Brazil do not own the copyright. And if the original claimant is not, or the original copyright owner is not the person to claim it, then I can contest it. So I contested it, and they have 30 days to respond, otherwise it drops. I'm not even making any money because they're unlisted videos that aren't going to get any views, in theory. So I'm not even going to make any money off of those, but I don't really care. I just don't want to have the copyright claim on there because I don't want them to think they can put ads on my videos without my dang permission. That's a load of nonsense. That is a load of nonsense. Yuna has already learned Warrior, which is crazy because I'm not even using overdrives. That would be another crazy challenge, is overdrives only. You would have to get Comrade right off the bat, or the one for when you take damage. What is it? I almost have all 4 elements of strike. Cool. Second, the lightning ward. I have a second poison ward. Still no poison proof. That'd be nice, but I doubt I'll get it here. Should probably all be ward. No armlets or bangles. I'm not getting anything for Kamari or Lulu. Maybe because I'm not using them right now. The only thing I've gotten for Kamari was the harpoon. Kind of nuts when I think about it. Light ring. Oh, that's a slow ward. Same as a light shield. This is going to be annoying, but I'm going to try using Lulu for a minute. Bonk. Are they telling me to send in Waka for this?
You'd best stop that.
Oh my god. Shush. What happens when she does it? Oh, she kills it. We'll see what she says when she hits a hornet on her own. I want to see what nonsense she comes up with for that.
Bad.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oops. I did what I was telling you not to do. Oops. And yeah, Lulu's actually going to go down Waka's path. instead of Orin's. Luminosity 1, good. Luminosity, as far as I know, has not hired any nonsense people.
Let us Guardians.
Let the Guardians handle them, because, you know, Yuna definitely doesn't need to level up. See, what's this gonna be?
No good. It's too fast.
You hit it! You hit it, you idiot! What? Like, she didn't hit it. Yeah, yell at her. Whatever. I don't care. But come on. Oh, it's too fast. You just bonked it. Bruh. Okay, I want to do some AP calculations here for a minute. I want to see it, as long as all 3 people survive to the end of the fight, Yuna might die, lol. I want to see how much AP they get. 40, okay. 100T won their game earlier also. Let's go, 100T Valorant. I don't know any of the members, of their Valorant team, but let's go. The only Valorant player I can think of off the top of my head is Asuna. Asuna in 100 Thieves? I don't even know. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Me neither. Oh my god. So I'm gonna have Yuna hit this guy, right? Very little damage. Okay, makes sense. Have Lulu hit this guy. Very little damage. Okay. I take out the horn. I took out the Hornet. We're bringing Kamari. Kamari's gonna hit this guy. Doesn't kill him. Lulu's gonna leave. Hit this guy. Does it give... I want to know if it gives everybody the same amount of AP. 45 for everybody. Okay, I'm going to keep using these guys until I run into 2 of those plants again. Yeah, that's a plant and 2 bugs. That does not work. That is not what I was looking for here. Too fast. You can't hit those. Waka's in charge of flyers. I also love that it doesn't show you the subtitles just because you can't hear the voice lines. Like, if anything, that'd be the prime time for subtitles. But, whatever. Come on. Is he gonna wipe himself? No, okay, okay. There we go. Can you overkill with poison? That'd be sick. Obviously, the overdrive doesn't matter, but I think the idea of setting it to warrior is hilarious. For everybody that... I mean, everybody can get warrior. Just once Lulu has it, she'll be set to it too. I also love all the free real estate right here that I can't use. It's just useless space. I feel like you should be able to get like almost like time and a half on that or something. So you can get past like the empty spheres quicker. I mean, it'd obviously be its own whole craziness system, but still. Let us Guardians handle the likes of these. Lulu, I did not ask. Give me the 2 plant guys. I want to figure out some AP calculations. Also, does this... If 2 of them gives you 40, I think one of them will only give me 20 then? Yep, 20. Okay. Each plant guy is 20. We know that now. If you knew that before. But if you did, you are not me. Because I did not know that before. I wish she'd stop with the tutorial talk. I'm so sick of it. All it does is slow the whole game down for everybody. Like, oh. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. 45 for all those guys. It's nice. The accuracy boost. Maybe now they won't be too fast. LOL. Jerk. I kind of wish his sword did have water strike for those guys, but the problem is when I run into guys that absorb water. Those little plant guys. Kind of annoying. I don't really want to switch weapons in battle. I'll do it if I have to. Like, I don't know if I've established that as a rule so far. I would prefer not to. I straight up got another harpoon before I got a serum armlet for Amari. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. This is just gonna take a minute. Like, I think when we hit the 2-hour mark, maybe that's when we'll go and try our hand at King Ochu once more. Please crit. Yes. He's about to get another attack boost. 2 more levels. Sorry, I know this is going to be a little bit boring. I'm just trying to chill and level up a little bit. Another 13 minutes, we'll probably try the King Ochu fight. But I do have a few advancements I want to make beforehand. I am not sure if your magic stat affects anything other than your magic damage. If it affects the effects of elemental weapon strikes, that would be amazing. It probably doesn't, but it'd be amazing. I would definitely like that. Be very cool. Also, the fact that attack almost has less HP than everyone is hilarious. And he's like my most leveled character. The overkills are definitely helping here. When he's the one getting the finishing attack. It's the elementals not being finished in one attack that's the problem. Even with the accuracy boosts, no one can hit the dang bee. W. There we go. Let us Guardians handle this, and then the thing just sits forever. Nonsense. Nonsense. Ba-na-na-na. So I really just got a slow ward armlet before I got one for poison protection. You're joking, right? Right, this is a little troll, isn't it? Capital nonsense. This is a capital offense punishable by even more playtime, LOL. Okay. Lulu, you need to hurry up and go on Wakka's path and get a little bit more strength so you can be hitting these bees first try. Please, for the love of God. It's the dang bees that are getting me here. We need a little more accuracy here, boys. It's also going to be a huge help when we get customized. The only problem is going to be that we can't steal. We're going to have to hope to get a lot of items from drops and other sources. Part of that will be catching enemies. But even that side quest is going to be a bit of a nightmare because there are some enemies that are hard to catch with just attacks. I don't want to do the full catching one, but I do want to get necessary items. At the very least, I would like to do the Mount Gagazet portion so that I get the items necessary for Yuna's celestial weapon. Would be very nice. Please tell me I can get some overkills is what I was going to say, but I can't even get an overkill on that. Okay, he'll do one hit. The poison won't kill him. I do one hit. Still doesn't overkill. Dang it. Maybe if he was a bit lower. Because I would probably need this full 600 that he'd have to do to get that. Bunch of nonsense. Bunch of nonsense. At least he's overkilling those guys. That's very nice. Okay, overkilling the bee should help. If I can actually hit him at some point. There we go. So overkill to those two. Probably regular kill to him. Yeah, 106. Even if he crits, I think it only goes up to about 150. Didn't even get a crit there, so it doesn't matter. But still. Would definitely be nice. He's not even going to get a chance to attack here, actually. Dealing just enough damage to take him out off a preemptive strike. Let's go. Another 5 minutes or so of grinding, and then we'll take a stab at King Ochu once more. I really would like to get everybody an attack boost before this, but worst comes to worst, we just don't, LOL. It also would be nice to get some more serum gear. You inspired me to grind up a game of my own. Now, why would you do that? I am simply here to inspire the youth of the nation. The youth of my nation. Of twitch.tv/tcville, where you should use your Twitch Prime subscriptions. Seriously though, what game are you going to grind? Make it a good one. If it's boring, you're gonna hate yourself. That's why I play a game that has a very rewarding feeling to the combat loop, like this one. Wow, magic +3, that's so useful in an attack-only run. Actually, I think right around the time that we hit 7 hours of playtime is also going to be the same time that we hit 2 hours on the stream. Because we're at 1 hour and 54. We're at like 6:54 for our game time. So that means 5 hours yesterday and 2 hours so far today when we hit that mark. Which is kind of hilarious. Let me look. Oh, this is like a minute ahead. Barely. It's like 50 seconds ahead. My little mobile rhythm game, Bandori. I've never heard of that before, but go for it, G. Go for it. Grind it. Always go for the most ridiculous thing possible. That's my goal. There we go. There we go. So there she goes with the attack boost by 1 point. Next, in 1, 2, 3 levels, she gets another 1 point attack boost. Which doesn't seem like much, but definitely helps. Definitely helps. Every little bit. Every little bit helps. It's so funny because I'm trying to play with your stream taking up a quarter of my screen. Let's go! That's the goal. We be taking up a corner of the screen, though. There's that one for the overkill. Bonk for the poison. I want to see how much damage she does now. Because it was 40. 46, so 1 point increases it by about 5 right now. But I don't think it's a solid scale of upward momentum. I guess it would go this way in your guys' view. But, no, it's not like a direct upward scale. So like 1 point increasing it by 5, the next point would probably increase it by 6. Taven world domination. The Jeb wave is rushing over. The unstoppable tide of Jebri Bushos. I'm trying to avoid that joke now because I feel like I'm going to become a one-trick pony with that. And just be like, haha, Jeb Bush. The unstoppable tide of Taven. It makes it sound like I have my own ocean. The tide. The ocean of my swarming fans. While I'm signing autographs. Like that one Olivia Olsen song from Steven Universe. Where she's the Sadie from the donut shop. You know, I can't help it if I make a scene. Pulling up in my hot pink limousine. Moving heads and I'm stopping traffic. When I talk, they look, and when I... Oh, wait. When I move, they talk, and when I laugh, they... I don't know. There's a lot of words to it. I'm not a good worder, so we'll leave that to Olivia Olsen, and Kate Micucci, I think, is her voice actor. Okay, and we'll 1.5 minutes, and then we'll give that a try. We'll probably get 2 or 3 more fights in. This 4x speed going on should be fine. We can do one more fight. One more fight. I don't know if you can hear it, but when I'm doing that with the ×4 speed, trying to get an encounter, I'm literally just mashing the buttons as fast as I can to move up, down, left, right, and back. Like I'm just mashing them. See, that was worth it. We got one more sphere level out of it, and that got Yuna up to 1 billion HP. See, she's at 1475 now. Let's go. Let me make sure we didn't get any better gear down here. Yeah, still nothing for serum protection, which is a shame. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Before us. We've had trouble with this one before.
Okay. We will get an attack in. I know I can't poison him, but we will get an attack in real quick. I would prefer to leave in people that do have poison protection. So I think we'll go with attack, Yuna, and Waka. So we'll let Kamari get a rep in real quick. Pray he doesn't get poisoned here. Crit. That's good. You're joking me. You did exactly what I just said I didn't want to happen. See, that's why we need Poison Ward. God dang it. Water, okay, whatever. Doesn't even deal that much. I also forget how much goes into the sound design. Like, even the voice actors have lines in this when they hit where they're like, oh. That wakes him up. He uses Earthquake. Whatever. How much does that deal? 400, 600, 600. Lovely. Okay. Swap back to my only other non-poisoned person. We're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch. Not poisoned. Close to death, but not poisoned. We're dealing roughly 400 damage every 3 turns. Water. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Miss? Please. Okay. Okay, don't miss. No! $40? I literally got more AP for other fights. Are you kidding me?
A summoner entered guard.
Sir, we should fight too.
We'll get our chance soon enough.
King Ochu?
Young
More like King
Crusaders, gather
Destroyed.
We'll beat sin in 2
Got him. That was not as bad as it could have been. It could have been like that first time. It also gave us another serum ring. Is it a better one at all? It's not even... It doesn't even have the other slot like the one I already have. Are you kidding? There's Ochu in the mud. Now we'll actually explore the woods. We'll go through and we will... get all the chests we can. She's almost got... Lulu almost has enough accuracy to be hitting these guys on the regular. But she's not dealing enough damage, so I wish I could get like a poison touch weapon for her. That would be nice. There we go. The overkills definitely help. Yeah, that gave me 56 total. So defense boost. And then we get a quick, I think that's 2. 2, yeah. 2 strength boost. Right now we're at 21, 7, 8, 18, and 20. Honestly, that's pretty normal. Am I not grinding that well? Maybe it'll get better soon. It's also funny that it gave us an MP sphere for that battle. Like a strength spear would have been nice because I'd actually get a full amount out of that, like a +4. But instead, whatever. Actually, once Lulu's a little bit further down Wakka's path, she should be dealing enough damage to take those guys out, I think. Ice Strike and Sensor. That's not bad. That's not bad. Could be worse. Let's do an equipment check just in case I missed something. Probably am going to go through and sell some of the weaker equipment I get. Or any copies I get. Once I'm back around to more of the shops. God, why can't you just hit them to poison them? Come on. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Let you go. Oh, Lulu's dead. Sick. that chest floating? Luck spheres will help, but we don't have fortune spheres to use them with, so we shall see, I suppose. Even with the crit, that wasn't an overkill. Kind of nuts. Thinking about that. There we go. We're getting the bees. The bees. Defeat the bees. Defeat the bees. Defeat the bees. Poison. Beautiful. Yeah, because the poison will help whittle them down while I'm continually not hitting the bees. So that's always helpful. One away from another slight attack boost. I think it's just a +1 again, but still, it'll help. I don't know if his accuracy improved or I'm just getting a little bit luckier on those. Knowing me, it's probably just a luck thing. Alright. The poison. Miss, of course. Why wouldn't it?
Do your best, kid.
Oh.
Do your best, kid.
Hey! Hey!
No. It's a bit on the nose to call the religious army in this game the Crusaders. Or is that just me that's seeing that? This next guy, let me think. Should be able to poison with his breath attack. Hits decently hard physically with the tentacles. Probably is immune to magic. Could be wrong about that, but magic. I meant poison. Poison. LOL. Some cutscene, can't skip it. Let's go.
Oh, oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
While this cutscene goes, I'm gonna take care of these cans I have over here real quick. Be half a second.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
I'm also 800 pounds, so I grabbed 2 cookies. Kidding. I like chocolate. I'm a normal person who likes chocolate. LOL.
on, quick! Sin spawn!
Alright, big, serious, important fight here. Gum? Ultimate chocolate chip.
It's hard as...
Good hit. Okay, big old poison man. Pop. Venom. Really sad. You know what my favorite Eminem song is? Venom. Why is he so stinky? They don't have showers under the ground, don't you know? Let's see if I can poison him. Immune. Sick. I think this might actually be easier than the Ochu fight, because he doesn't poison as much. The Kato. All those hits, only 100 damage. I'm pretty sure I was taking more from other guys. It gave Yuna the overdrive mode real quick. Oh my god. Low-key, that's kind of hilarious.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Wakka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Barely any XP. Still. Nice. So that was our next big hurdle. We don't have another one for a minute. We did just get a very good item, though. Dark Touch. Beautiful. Oh, let's go. That's amazing for this. Oh my god. Okay, so strength 21. It's strength and accuracy are my main ones right now. So 21, 17. 7 and 5. She got bad accuracy. Why? High evasion, but bad accuracy. 18, 35 accuracy. That's very good. Double what anyone else has. Lulu's up to 9 strength, 7 accuracy. A little bit higher than Yuna's. Still bad strength, though. Her strength's going up, though. She got the same accuracy as Kamari. That's crazy. And Kamari's got 20 strength. Not terrible, actually. Okay, so we can rush through a little bit more of this. Because there's no battles coming up for another hot minute.
So,
I think we
got
walked back
fiends in
from
Xanarkand?
Just a few. It's a big
Hillica
deal when one shows
to
up, though.
the dock to the boat.
Hey,
There's a little bit that
since
happens on
one
the
of you
boat.
believe me about
We
Xanarkand
gotta give
anyway.
Awaka money, and
I've
we
been
gotta do
thinking.
the Jack shot.
Maybe people Sin gets to don't die.
And there's
Maybe
975
Sin flies up
cutscenes.
through time, like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chapu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chapu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
I could never be what Chapu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chapu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
So if you weren't grinding for 4 hours, what level are you usually at this point in the game? I would probably have half as much Sphere progress, maybe. I do not grind this hard for normal
You
games.
here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who need...
I will,
pray.
I normally
The
grind
Lord
later in the
is
game. I don't
always
grind
win.
steadily throughout.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do
But
your
in this
best
game,
again?
I'm
It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother
grinding a lot
showing
more,
up?
I guess.
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just
Normally, I'd
remember,
probably be
even kids can play, boys.
half as good.
See you in the finals.
I wouldn't have any of the drops I've gotten. I wouldn't have any of the,
We'll beat them.
anything really.
We have to.
You know that team?
Not nearly as much
People
nonsense.
Down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jekt. Even 10 years after he left.
I wish
Just
there was like
thinking about
I've
the old
already
man
played
got
this
me
game,
angry.
so I should be able to
But
skip the
maybe that was just my way
cutscenes
of
button.
keeping him.
That'd be nice.
Nah.
I think the streams for the next probably 2 weeks are going to be a little bit shorter. Because I think I am going to end here, actually. 2.5 hours. Got over some roadblocks. One more game over added to the total. Thank you for being out, Vinny. I really appreciate that. Appreciate that. I am probably going to end here, though, because I've got to get ready to move. We've got a lot of stuff to get ready. So thank you for coming out. Holding it down. Hopefully sometime soon we can hit 230 followers. Little goal at the bottom of the screen. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I got that set up. As well, this VOD will be available on YouTube. I will export it immediately after ending. Once I've gotten some stuff packed up, if I'm out here, I might go and edit a little bit and get the first stream turned into a video and upload it on my YouTube. I might get that ready. So, yeah. You guys have a good night. I gotta go do stuff. Good night. You too, Vinny. You too.